It's Hillbilly Live, and I'm Brian Taylor. That's Amber, and this is TJ and Chocolate. I don't. Every time I stand around you, I'm like, I feel shorter. I really do. How are you?
Good, how are you, man?
It's good to see you too, man.
Hillbilly Live.
I am still having trouble because right before we started, Brian made me laugh, and I've got tears and snot, but we needed to go.
Amber, get it together. Get it together.
Okay.
We're live. Get it together.
We're live. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. And it's a big night tonight. Gender reveal night.
Oh my God. It is a big night.
Gender reveal night. So, without further ado, we're not going to play that video yet. I'm Amber Parker.
I'm Brian Taylor.
And this is Hillbilly Live. Welcome to our 15-minute morning show. Stay. I will play the video.
Whether you're a property owner or a facility manager, make sure your building is safe and running on time with Life Safety Consultants. They specialize in replacement fire alarms and system clocks for office buildings, schools, hospitals, universities, and government facilities. Life Safety Consultants stocks a wide array of products at affordable prices. Keep your building protected with the Internet's leader in commercial fire alarms and replacement parts. Visit lifesafetycom.com. That's lifesafetycom.com.
Yes. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Life Safety Consultants.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So I want to preface this story with I have known the gender of your baby for a long time.
Yes, you have. I mean, because I had to tell somebody and talk to somebody about it because it's a lot to keep in.
Yeah.
It really is a lot to keep in.
Yeah. I knew about the baby. I knew about the gender of the baby. And it has been really hard to not slip and say he or she when we're talking about it. And
I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. I'm so glad that's almost over. Okay, you want to set this up? Last week we found out.
I mean, there's not a lot to set up except that, yes, we did have a gender reveal party for the family. We videoed that. Nina got some great camera work. And her commentary, I think, was probably the best because, I mean, she's very demanding, very demanding. She's a great director. I mean, Amber, you'd be proud of her. I know you would be. But yeah, I'm going to be a dad. I'm going to be a dad, and it's going to be hell. I've heard people raising these type of kids, and they rule the house. They rule the house, and I don't know. I don't know. Here goes nothing.
I mean, yeah, the kids rule the house. Why are you surprised?
Does it go this way?
Okay, so this is the gender reveal.
Get them, Nina.
People, we need to see faces.
People.
I gotta get a different angle.
Come on.
I don't want to step in dog poop.
Which yard are you going to
Okay.
Not suitable for children.
Doors.
Always aim
Yeah.
upward.
Yeah.
Never aim at people. In a functions.
Reading the direction.
I was reading directions. I had to know what I was doing.
Good.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, Brian's gonna be a girl dad. Oh, yes. Congratulations. How do you feel?
And I feel this girl's probably going to be the most girly girl ever. I'm going to be wearing dresses and having tea parties probably. I just feel it.
Nothing wrong with a good tea party. I know you like tea. Teach her to make it sweet.
I do. Yeah, as long as I teach her to like sweet tea and not unsweet tea, I think things would be good for all of us.
Everything's fine.
The hard part is trying to pick out a name. I never thought it would be this hard to pick out a name. We do have a last name picked. I mean, that's kind of obvious, but that's as far as we've really gotten. So there is that.
What about, have you considered Taylor Swift Taylor?
You are not involved in naming this. You're really not. I mean, you've already given this child a nickname. I appreciate that. And what is the nickname?
Tammy. Her nickname is Tammy. Little Tammy.
Yeah, and I remember the day I told you, you immediately gave her a nickname.
Little Tammy. Look, if she's ever a rapper, she's gonna come to me like, Aunt Amber, thank you so much for giving me my rap nickname, Lil Tammy.
I hope she doesn't become well, maybe I shouldn't say that
She's
because I mean
she's
rappers make a lot of money. They really do. And I do want to retire early, so I'm hoping for my kid to make a lot of money so I don't have to work. That's the kind of parent that I want to be.
Brian. Michelle is her other parent. This kid gonna be thug. This kid's gonna be thug.
Oh God.
I know. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So your news was so big. I thought maybe my news for the day should be something not big.
Oh God.
But I will say it was something that I was embarrassed to tell Bridget. In fact, I had to have a couple of Jack and Cokes before I was brave enough to say it to Bridget. So our washer and dryer is like a fancy front loading, lots of buttons, like hooks to the Wi-Fi.
Did you break this?
No.
Did you? Okay. I just had to ask.
Not broken. Okay, so we usually do the pods, the Tide pods, the
fancy, very fancy.
But I got a CVS deal on the liquid. So it's got the smart dispense, right? And I dump the Tide in. I'm like, all right, we're going to do the smart dispense. We've never done this before. We're going to do the smart dispense. It's a thing. Does it?
And you did this without reading directions.
Right in the bottle. Of course,
I did. You just went in. You just went in and did it.
In blind. So I'm about 5 loads deep. And I've been noticing, this doesn't smell like Tide.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't smell any Tide. So I look in the dispenser. I don't notice any difference in it. But I don't know how much is going to come out. I dumped the whole bottle in there. So I realized after the 5th load that you have to turn on the smart. See up there in the top left corner, that's a button you push and turn on. It wasn't on. So I had to admit to Bridget that the last 5 loads of laundry I did, including the top blanket on our bed, was just washed with water.
You tried. I mean, that's something. So I mean, yeah, good job, Amber. You tried. I mean, you showed again how stupid you can be, but hey, we're all stupid. It just depends on the day.
Hillbilly Live.
You know what? I'm gonna blame it on the heat. It's so daggum hot down here. I can't think straight.
To Amber, we got up to 98 degrees today here in Colorado. 98 degrees. We had a heat advisory. We can't handle that here. We can't. We can't.
Did you see Nick Lachey? Did you not get it? 98 degrees. Nick Lachey.
Amber, I didn't listen to that growing up. Amber, I'm not a Pop-Tart. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Nick who?
To Jessica Simpson's ex-husband.
Let's talk about country music.
Oh my God. I've lost my place. Anyway, Jason Aldean played a show on Saturday night, and it was so hot. See, I had a good lead up. And then 98 degrees, and then I made the joke, and then you threw me off. Jason Aldean got heat exhausted Saturday night, had to leave the stage early. He's okay, though. This is what he had to say the next day.
What's checking on me today after hearing about what happened last night at the show in Connecticut. Just want to let you know, thanks to everybody that's calling in, checking. I'm doing fine. Just one of those things, man. It was hot. I was playing golf all day yesterday, and then got to the show, and just I think it was a combination of dehydration and just heat exhaustion. So hear a lot of stuff going around, heat stroke, all this stuff. I don't think it was quite that serious, but it was pretty intense last night at the show. Anybody that was at the show knows how hot it was, and I don't know, something just kind of, I knew it was coming. I was trying to get through as much of the show as I could.
If it was that hot, why are you playing golf all day?
Amber, because you got to get your golf in where you can. But I felt this. I really did. I have been there before where I went out and played golf, because usually when you go out and play golf, alcohol's involved, and there's a lot of alcohol sometimes involved, and you forget to drink water, and water's very important when it's hot outside. But when you're in the golfing game, you just want to drink and have a good time. And I'm sure he did. Went to work, realized it was still hot, even on that stage, and then, well, he's not quite 21 anymore. I mean, he's from the late 1900s too. I got it in. You're welcome.
That's what she said. You welcome. Miranda Lambert decided. I mean, did she call these girls out? Like,
she scolded them.
She put them on blast.
She scolded them like a mom putting them in their place. That's what happened. Embarrassing.
Don't go to a Miranda Lambert concert expecting to just take selfies. You're gonna piss her off.
Bound to fall apart. I'm gonna stop right here for a sec, Danny. I'm sorry. These girls are worried about their selfie and not listening to the song. It's pissing me off a little bit. Sorry.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I feel that. They paid to be there. Like, she's doing her work, her art. But this also, makes me a little glad that she didn't call me out. That time we saw Miranda Lambert.
Amber, let's talk about this for a second, because I've also been sitting on TikTok all day, and I've been seeing she's getting some flack. I mean, people like, well, if I paid good money, I mean, because VIP tickets are not cheap, especially in Vegas.
With that close.
Yeah, but yeah.
But
I mean, they had a right to do what they wanted to do, technically.
How excessively are you taking selfies that she stops the show, though?
I wasn't there, so I don't know. It could have been one selfie. Sometimes that's all it takes.
I've been front row at a Miranda Lambert show, obviously focused on the popcorn I was shoveling into my mouth to the point we made eye contact, and
You didn't care about taking selfies, Amber. You were very busy.
No, but I was focused on the popcorn. She just stopped everything and said, "Look, this girl's too focused on her popcorn. This bitch hungry. Somebody get her more food." Also, she might choke the way she's shoveling. Anybody know CPR? Just to be ready.
But Amber, again, if you pay for the ticket, you have a right to take as many pictures as you want to take. I kind of feel that. If I'm paying $1,000 for VIP tickets, I'm going to take some selfies.
Was it $1,000?
It could have been
$1,000
Vegas
for Miranda Lambert.
It's Vegas, and tickets are outrageous anyways nowadays. Inflation.
Well, if you go to a Carly Pierce show, you might also get a comedy show. For instance, she fell. I mean, people fall a lot. It's dangerous. I fall. I get bruised. It looked like she bounced a little. I don't want her to be hurt. But she posted this, and she posted it in just this way because Carly has a great sense of humor. And this was the first time, and she wanted to capitalize.
This my shit. All the girls don't feel like this.
And it's a thing. I mean, if you're in the entertainment industry, it's like an almost must, 100%. At least once in your career, you're gonna slip and fall and embarrass yourself. And you got to own it. Yeah, you got to own it.
Hillbilly Live.
Mm-hmm. This is stupid.
This is a thing.
This is not really a thing, but
Really a thing. This is really a thing. Time blindness is really a thing.
I mean, doctors use like the term when they're talking about it, but it's not actually a medical term, so it's really confusing. And I know people are going to take it. Well, doctors have talked about it, but it's not actually it's not actually a real
Time
medical
blindness.
term that you could find
Yeah.
in a medical book.
Time,
It's not.
time,
It's made up.
time blindness.
It's bullshit.
It's one of the
It's
symptoms
bullshit.
of ADHD. Time blindness.
And if you have a problem with this, set a timer on your phone. You're welcome. I just helped you.
Why do you think I'm always late?
Hillbilly Live.
So now you have a mental problem?
The reason this show works is because we're different. The reason this show works is because we're different.
I know.
And you accuse me of having mental problems all the time, so I don't know why you're surprised.
Well, we all have mental problems. I mean, no one should ever discredit that. I mean, we are all messed up human beings, all of us, And yes, whiskey helps.
All right, so the housing market is terrifying, horrible. Home ownership is like
I know we got lucky when we bought houses, and I don't know how we got even approved to buy houses, but we got very lucky because the interest rates now. I get it. Home builders have to do something. They have to do something, so they're resorting to this.
That's $100,000, right? Are you telling me that these fucking things are $100,000?
Oh.
What the?
what are they, like a 2-bedroom, 2-bath?
Oh
Was it
my
like
God.
a 2-bedroom, 2-bath?
They're so tiny and cute. I just want to go get one. I don't know why. I just feel like maybe. But I mean, as you can tell, they have no garage and it's just a driveway for one car.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what the other houses in the cul-de-sac are. Driveway for one car, no garage. And if you want to rent it, it's like twice my mortgage payment. It's double. It's almost
And doesn't
double.
Home Depot sell houses like that? Like sheds you can just buy?
I have been trying to
Like
talk
15
into
grand?
doing that, and she is not into it. She is not into it. But I'm
Because y'all got an actual house, Amber. It's kind of back out of that.
It's too small the way it is. So what's this next one called? I can't remember what it's called except girl hopping on a pony stick, and I know that's wrong.
This is it's a hobby horse competition, and it's a thing. Apparently, this is a real thing. People riding a stick horse, jumping over things like you would if you were riding a real horse. And I didn't know this was a thing, but I found it on TikTok, and I had to share.
Like a rhinestone cowboy.
Look at her jump over that. Were there not, I've heard this term on TikTok, so I'm going to use it. Were there not horse girls in your school growing up?
They had horses, Amber. They had actual horses.
No. When I was in elementary school, there was a group of girls, and they may have had horses when they were at home. But when we were at school, they would run around on the playground and pretend that they were riding horses, and they didn't even have that stick. Horse girls.
Amber, I don't know what y'all did in Illinois back in school, but in Texas, you were laughed at if you were riding around on a stick. I mean, you could do that as a young child, but as a teenager,
Brian, they didn't even have sticks.
you got to grow out of it.
They were just hopping around pretending to be horses, horse girls.
That's the stupidest thing.
I wasn't one of them. Just saying they.
Were you a part of them? Don't tell me. What were you?
No. No,
I mean, you know a lot about them.
No,
You know a lot about them.
No, I was one of the four square bullies. I was one of the horse girls.
That's fair.
All right, y'all. That's it. That's our 15-minute morning show. Thank you so much for hanging out. We appreciate you. You can read all those stories, watch all those videos at hillbillylive.com. Also, please tell me if there were horse girls in your school. I know someone knows what I'm talking about. We'll be back again tomorrow night. Until then, drink up. Brian's going to be a girl dad.
Horse girls. I hope she doesn't grow up to be that.
Oh, God.